Hello, this is Alex from the National Weather Service in Pocatello with your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Wednesday, July 24th. Taking a look at the main impacts for the next few days. We do have a red flag warning in effect for today for the eastern Magic Valley, Snake Plain, and Arco Desert areas for gusty winds and low relative humidity, and those will act to produce favorable conditions for the spread of wildfires. And as a result of some current fires, we're seeing some worsened air quality, particularly in the upper Snake Plain. Idaho Falls, for example, is reporting moderate air quality. And for Friday, there is the potential for some dry thunderstorms to move back into the region as some moisture advances in from the south. And late week and early next week, it looks like we'll see a return to hot temperatures. Overall forecast confidence in the medium range. The highest confidence is with wind and relative humidity today, and the lowest confidence is with the thunderstorm coverage for Friday. Taking a look at the current satellite picture, you can see here these blues indicating some better moisture quality that's working in from the south. But notice if you look to the northwest, some of these darker colors here across eastern Washington and Oregon, that's showing us the dry air associated with a dry cold front that's going to move through the area today. And that cold front is going to produce the wind and lower humidity values. So by this afternoon, the dry air that you see here will be over our area. And we mentioned the red flag warning. This gives you an example on the map of the locations that are in that red flag warning for today. And just a quick background of the current fine fuel moisture. You can see it is fairly dry across the region. Let's show you the forecast radar now for the next few days. Areas in green here, indicative of where precipitation is expected. And the darker the green, the heavier the precipitation. Notice these are some light greens, so essentially showing us the potential for some light rain showers this morning, basically east and south of the I-15 and 86 corridor. By the time we get into this afternoon, we'll focus our attention up towards the Montana border, as there could be some stronger thunderstorms generally in the Island Park vicinity. By this evening, it appears the shower and thunderstorm activity really after 6 p.m. will have moved out of the area. And forwarding ahead now to Friday, as we start to get into Friday morning, you can see some indications of some increased shower and thunderstorm potential. Like I said earlier, there is some lower confidence on exactly where and when showers and thunderstorms might occur, but do know there is a increased chance for that on Friday, with some drier air moving back in for Saturday. Now let's talk about the winds for today, because those winds are driving our red flag. And as we go through the morning, you can see how the winds are expected to increase. If you look closely, you can see some arrows there indicating the direction that the winds are forecast to be coming from. So across the eastern Magic Valley, winds are forecast to be mainly out of the west, and across the Snake Plain, winds are forecast to be mainly out of the southwest. And those winds will ramp up through the morning and continue to increase through the early afternoon hours, peaking in the mid-afternoon hours. That's when they should be the strongest, and that's when from Arco to Mud Lake we could see southwest winds up to around 35 miles per hour, which would impact the sheep fire that is ongoing there. Notice winds become a little more westerly throughout the region as we go through Wednesday evening, and by sunset this evening, the winds are forecast to diminish. And we could see some breezy conditions on Thursday, but much lighter winds overall than what are expected for Wednesday. There's a look at the Thursday winds. Expect very similar winds for Friday and Saturday. Winds may increase as we get, though, into Sunday and Monday. Let's take a look at the forecast for smoke. This particular model forecasts smoke for us, and you can see in these blues, and especially once you get into the oranges and reds, that's where the smoke is forecast to be thickest. And you can see, no surprise with the southwest winds that are expected today. taking that smoke off to the north and to the east. So towards Ashton Island Park should be in the thick of things in terms of smoke today. And then after sunset, as those winds diminish and eventually become more northerly, we may see some smoke spread across the Snake Plain as a result of the fires that are ongoing. And to show you the high temperatures here as we get into late weekend and particularly early next week, that's when we begin to get back into those 90s across much of the area. So to recap, the red flag warning is in effect today for the Eastern Magic Valley, Snake Plain, and Arco Desert for gusty winds and low relative humidity. And we do have that potential for some dry thunderstorm activity Friday and also worsened air quality due to nearby wildfires. That concludes this morning's briefings. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, you can direct those to the phone number or email address you see there. Thank you.